Hi folks and welcome back. I think the title says it all. After 12 weeks of ownership of this bike, it's been off the road for 4 of those weeks. That's 33%, a third of the total time that I've owned this bike. It's not been available to ride because of issues that I've experienced. I wanted to just make a quick video to cover what those issues have been, what my experience has been throughout the process, a little bit of context about me so you can understand what's going on with the bike and what I've been using it for, and a little bit of a discussion as to whether this might be an indicator of a wider problem that's going to happen with the UK bikes or if it's just unique to me. So a bit about me then. My Scrambler 400 is the first road bike that I've ever owned. I do have a bit of experience from when I was a kid with dirt bikes. I rode dirt bikes a lot, but this is the first road bike that I've had. I've had a fairly good experience with it. I really love the bike. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It handles great. The economy's fantastic on it. In terms of a first road bike, it really ticks all the boxes. Incidentally, in the background right now, we've got some footage from the Armoy Race of Legends. I was up there a few weeks ago. This is the Friday practice. One of the best road races that exists anywhere in the world. Check out the previous video if you want to look at the track. It's absolutely insane that they race super bikes and other types of bikes around this little track. I really recommend it. It happens every year. Really worth traveling to from anywhere in the world to come and see real intense Irish road racing. So anyway, my Scrambler 400, as I said, I've had it for about 12 weeks now. I bought it in the middle of May. I've covered 4,500 miles over that period, so a lot of mileage put on the bike. It gives you an indication as to how much I've loved having it. After about 3,500 miles, I was out riding in the middle of nowhere and the oil pressure warning light came on. Again, I've made a video about this if you want to check that out previously for more information. But all you need to know for this video is that the oil warning light came on, had to get recovered from the middle of nowhere. It was a bit of a pain. The shop lent me a really cool street twin 1200 that I had for a while, so it wasn't a really negative experience overall. It took about 2 weeks to get back in the road. At that time, they found that there was metal in the oil. They changed the oil, they changed the oil filter, they took it out for a test drive. The oil warning light did not come back on, it seemed to be fine. I picked up the bike and I've done 1,000 miles on it since then without any issue. However, after 1,000 miles, the oil light came on again, and I dropped the bike again into the shop the following day. That was 2 weeks ago today that the bike was in the shop. They drained the oil again and they found metal in the oil once again. Now, on the first service at 600 miles, finding metal in the oil is fairly common and it's absolutely nothing to worry about. It's something that will generally happen. The first time I had the problem though, after 3,500 miles, it is a bit more concerning at that point. Again, not necessarily a huge issue, but not ideal. In this particular case now, this is actually extremely concerning because all the metal that's in the oil right now has been generated from mile 3,500 to mile 4,500. As I said, when I had the issue previously, they changed the oil, they changed the filter, so everything was reset, and the fact that there's oil in it now means that that's happened between 3,500 to 4,500 miles, which should not be happening. Let's make that absolutely clear. That's indicative of a serious problem within the engine itself. As I said, I dropped the bike into the shop 2 weeks ago. The shop's been fantastic. I have a really good relationship with them. I'm fairly friendly with most of the staff in there. They have been doing everything that they can, but the delay comes whenever they do their test. They go back to Triumph, so in this particular case they go back to Triumph and say that this happened again, what are we going to do about it, and Triumph take forever to come back to them and let them know what to do and how to fix the problem. It's really frustrating, and as I said, all that's happened in the 2 weeks that the bike's been in the shop right now is that the oil's been drained and Triumph have been informed that there's metal in it. That's it. They haven't come back and said anything about what to do going forward. Now, part of that is because the bike itself is a high mileage UK bike, 4,500 miles. They've indicated that there may not even be another bike in the UK that's got that sort of level of mileage on it. So they don't have a whole lot of data to work off. I'm not really sure where the UK bikes are manufactured. There's 3 locations that these bikes are manufactured in. It's India, Thailand and Brazil. The bikes are insanely popular in India and they've been out there for over a year now, which makes me think that the UK bikes aren't being built in India because they would have data about India bikes that have got much higher mileage than mine does. The fact they don't have that data would suggest that it's probably not India manufactured. That means that the bike's either manufactured in Thailand or Brazil. It may be the case that the UK bikes are only just coming to market right now. So, you know, for example, the UK bikes are built in Thailand. They've only been on the road from about May, and there's not really a whole lot of high mileage bikes out there, so they don't really have a whole lot of data about issues like this. Is this problem going to be something that affects a lot of the UK Scrambler 400s, or is it just going to be unique to my bike? It's not really clear at this point either way. Time's going to tell, but it is something that you should be aware of if you're considering buying a bike like this. In terms of me moving forward, I have been obsessing a little bit about the Street Triple RS. I've been watching loads of videos about it. I've been considering that as my next bike. However, I'm starting to kind of change my mind on that, I must say. I'm a bit concerned about this. Not necessarily that there's been problems, that is frustrating, but look, things happen. But what is the other side of this is that how long everything's taking, and I've got to think as a consumer, if I buy a Street Triple, if I'm having similar issues, do I want to be going through this again where it's taking them weeks and weeks and weeks to do anything about it? And the answer is no, I don't. So realistically, in my mind right now for my next bike, I'm considering a Street Triple RS or an MT-09 from Yamaha. Given the current issues and experience with the Scrambler 400 right now, I hate to say it, but I am swaying towards the Yamaha. Maybe things will change. As I said, nothing's set in stone right now. A lot's going to depend on what happens over the next 2 or 3 weeks as to how this issue is dealt with by Triumph, as to where I go in the future. But right now, I've got to say it's not looking good, and you know, I don't think it's really acceptable that you buy a brand new bike, you have it for 12 weeks, and out of those 12 weeks it's off the road for 4 of them with issues like this. And as I said, the current issue, there's no real end in sight. There's no real time scale as to when this might be rectified or when it might be fixed, and given, you know, my experience up until now, there's no real guarantee that whatever it is that they do to fix it is actually going to be effective. So yeah, unfortunately that's where I am right now with the bike. I thought I'd make a quick video just to let you know. I know a lot of people are considering buying these bikes right now. Just because I've had these problems doesn't mean that you will if you were to buy one. But the more information you can have to make the right decision that's right for you, the better. So hopefully this video is going to give you some information as to what you might expect with the ownership here. As I said, one of the issues isn't so much that we're having these problems at all, but rather that it just seems to take Triumph an awful long time to get back to the dealership to let them know anything about what they need to do. 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks into this. All that's happened is the oil's been drained and there's metal in it, and that's it. Nothing else. No further than that whatsoever. Which, you know, I'm really frustrated by. I've got to be completely honest. I'm not very happy about that at all. So time will tell. I'll keep you updated with what's happening with it. I'll let you know exactly what the resolution is if and when that happens, and give you an idea of the time scale that that's happened as well. Right now, everything's in limbo. I'm off the road, the weather is great, there's motorbikes left, right and centre all around the place, and unfortunately I'm not one of them. It is what it is. Thanks for tuning in again. I wish it was a better, happier video. Unfortunately it's just the way it is. Hopefully things will improve in the future. Thank you and take care. We'll see you soon.